Hello everyone, welcome back to the Opulent Life. This is Ozzy here again with another fragrance review for you guys. This one is going to be an oud type fragrance with a lot of Middle Eastern vibes, and the manufacturer is Almirah and the perfume name is Emperor. So right off the bat you can see the box is really nicely designed. It actually has texture to it on the black background. It's actually like a high-end leather stitching background. It gives the impression of it, of course. And then you have a brown strip with gold edges that has a crown in the center reflecting the Emperor, which is written at the bottom on a gold background with yellow font and straight colors. Then on the sides, the theme continues. It says it's pour home, 100 ml, 3.4 fluid ounces, so it's for men. You have the ingredients listed on it, very nice. These are all the chemical ingredients. It's not the note breakdown. There's some precaution that this is flammable, regulatory stuff. You have the barcode on this side saying that this package is recyclable. You have nothing on the bottom, and on the top you have the manufacturer name, which is Almirah. That is the design house. So let's open this up. Right inside you have your typical packaging. You have white cardboard packaging, a little bit flimsy, but that's okay. Let's take out the bottle. Okay, the bottle feels really nice and really well made. You have the same leather stitching background on this bottle like you saw on the cover of the box. This is not actually leather, by the way. It is your typical it's not plastic. It feels some kind of metal, black PVD coated metal is what it feels like, but it feels nice and rich. You have gold serrations, like a crown basically, like you see on a watch that has Emperor embossed on it. The gold tones continue on the cap where you see the same serrations like a crown of a watch, basically these vertical striations, serrations, and then you have, if you could see clearly, I'm gonna try to zoom in for you guys. It has Almirah written on it, which is the manufacturer name. The pattern of the leather stitching continues on the cap, and then on the top you have the crown emblem, again all in gold tones. The top feels a little bit more rose gold than this one. This film feels more like yellow gold. Same here. And the bottom is a nice gold finish as well. So a lot of gold and black, and that's a good thing, actually matches the theme. So feels substantial, pretty heavy. Cap is kind of stiff, actually very stiff. Wow, had to apply a lot of force to open that. But anyway, it is a heavy cap. It does feel like it's made of solid metal, so that's good. Open the cap, you'll see the key symbol, which is part of Almirah's design logo. So it's all gold here as well. Now let's see the atomizer. Spray it on. Spray it on this side. Try not to hit the Tag Heuer Monaco here. Okay, so that's a good atomizer, by the way. Nice solid click on the cap. Man, this perfume, this is, by the way, this is an eau de parfum, in case I didn't mention. This definitely is extremely strong. Very strong perfume. This is kind of like Tom Ford material. It feels like it's been very nicely made, and right at the top I'm getting notes of oud and sandalwood, which are supposed to be hard notes, but I'm actually getting them right off the top of the first whiff that I'm getting. So there's definitely some sandalwood and oud mixed together. I feel like there's a hint of rosewood maybe. There's some pepper in there for sure, and cardamom is fairly strong. The pepper and cardamom are supposed to be the top notes, and the rosewood as well, so I do agree with that. But the oud and the sandalwood is really kicking it off for me, and that's good. If you like oud fragrances, you're gonna like this. This is your typical musky background with a hint of airiness as well, and on the base, if you sniff very deeply, you will get the feeling that there's amber and vetiver in there. Now, a lot of people don't like vetiver because of the tobacco and smoky feeling that you get from it. It's very, very earthy. So if you're not into that, this may not be the fragrance for you. They're saying there's some vanilla in here. I've yet to experience that, I'm not so sure. But yeah, this is definitely designed for, you know, ultra formal, classy wear in the evening and the night, maybe in the daytime also. But this is definitely not something for office wear. It's extremely strong, maybe very off-putting, so I don't recommend it for that. As far as seasons go, I think this could work all season long. I would avoid it in the winter, where it will not distribute evenly enough and you'll have a very, very strong sillage around you that may be off-putting. So better to use this in the summer where it evaporates and emanates, and then you have a moderate sillage amongst you and it's not too off-putting or too strong for people around you. So summer might be the best time. Spring and fall may be okay as well. Winter I would avoid, just because of the nature of this fragrance and how it's evaporating and how it's distributing amongst in the air molecules. It is, fing it again, it's very graceful. I think it's a nice, it fits well with the theme. It's kind of like those Millicime Royal perfumes that you get from the Creed lines, but much stronger. I mean, those are crafted in a way that it can be used, you know, even in the European market. This, it definitely gives you Middle Eastern oud fragrance family vibes. So people residing in hot summer areas where you need longevity a lot more, this may be a hit fragrance for those regions. Cooler regions, this may not be such a hit fragrance or a successful fragrance because it may become very off-putting and too strong for that. So I would expect this to sell well in areas where, you know, summer predominates as the season. Now, what else can we talk about? It's a very powerful fragrance. It's very overpowering also at times. I would say that, you know, if you're applying this, apply this really early, maybe an hour before you leave, so that it kind of settles down, and then when you get to your destination, it's mellowed down and the dry down is going to be a lot more pleasant for people to handle than the initial top notes. So that may be a better technique to apply if you're using this in a cooler climate or in an area where cooler climate predominates. So that's my take on this. As far as the price goes, price is not much. So this can be had in, if you're talking about in dollar amounts, around between $10 to $15. So that's good pricing. But again, you know, quality of material may be slightly different from the ones you get in European fragrances. You know, there's labor costs involved, things like that, so that also raises the prices up. But this is pretty good value for the money, I would say. And I like it. I don't think I would be applying it very often. It's not going to be a daily wear fragrance for me. Maybe like a special wear fragrance, once a week fragrance, kind of like those Tom Ford fragrances where you apply a little bit, but it's not really your daily wear. That's my take on this one. So that's how I plan on using it. And yeah, it's a good collection, good fragrance to have, one of those that you keep in the back and you apply sometimes. So with that being said, that is all for this review. I'll see you guys in the next one. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe so I can bring you more reviews on fragrances, watches, EDC gear, luxury gear, lifestyle items, and whatnot. Your support really helps me, and make sure you also comment and let me know what your thoughts are. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.